time where I just had my baby. So going back onto the part where she says she had something over me, so I won't talk about what happened. She had so long to talk about what happened because I only found out about what was really going on 4 weeks after the baby came, because my friends didn't want to upset me. So she had until then, but she started saying all this after I posted the caption on Instagram because of what I heard, what was going on. I then said to her, well, if you're okay to go on YouTube and talk and slander me, then I'm going to have to say my side of the story, and I also have CCTV. I did not stop her talking. She can say what she wants even now, but I also wanted to let her know that if you're going to talk about me, then I am going to have to protect myself and my business and show proof and evidence of what's really happened in there. Because the way you screamed at me, it came to the point in that room where I sat down and said to her, it's okay if you're feeling upset with your hair. I'm not going to take it to offense, but I will do everything I can to make you happy, I promise you. She then turned around and said, how dare you? Oh no, sorry. I then said to her, you've got a lot going on this week. A lot has happened. So let's just have a banana. Let's go and have a 5-minute time out. Sit down, have a breather. Let's discuss this and then go again. She then turned around and screamed at me and said, how dare you blame this on my launch? It has nothing to do with my launch. You have ruined my hair and I'm not leaving until you fix this. This was around 9 p.m. at night by this time. But it was the way she was saying, and then she started saying to my sister that I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm clearly not an expert. I don't know what I'm doing. She also invited her friend, her assistant, over without letting me know. And the doorbell goes and randomly it's her friend. She goes, oh, I told my friend to come. But it's not a normal salon where people can just walk in and out. It is a home. So it would just have been nice to just let me know and say, oh, is it okay if so-and-so comes over? For sure it would have been okay, but just let me know. Don't just let me hear the doorbell going. Before this happened as well, sorry, I forgot to mention, I was alone, but I was in the backwash. I was so upset. I was like crying at the way she was speaking to me, and even to the point where I took her outside to show her her hair. It was lovely. The first time it just needed washing, but then to lighten hair, you need to use a special shampoo which pops it, which is what I do. But she wouldn't let me touch her scalp, so I had to do a little bit more work. And the way she was speaking to me, going up and down the stairs to get a bigger mirror so she could see when my belly was like out here, and I was just like, just wanted her to be happy. It was just I can't explain what happened that day, guys, but it was really, never been in a position where I felt so, I don't know, I didn't know what to do. Like, I remember texting my friends, my sister, saying, please someone just come now, please, I can't do this, please just come. Basically, I couldn't be by myself with her. I needed someone there with me because she was talking to me like I was nothing, honestly. I even, not at one point did she say to me, sit down, you're pregnant. Like, my feet were this big by that point. My stress levels were next level. My sister came within 10 minutes. She was like, you okay, Nikki? She then heard my sister and she turned around and she goes, my hair, what's wrong with my hair? And my sister said to her, nothing is wrong with your hair. I'm asking her if she's okay. She's 9 months pregnant. She's about to give birth. Please stop overreacting. Her hair there was nothing wrong with it, but it was a big mess. Seriously, I can't go on because it's opening another door. But what happened that day left me feeling like I never in my life wanted to do hairdressing again. I just wanted to have my baby, lock myself in the house and just not see anybody, not do anything. I was crying for days, but just crying like from the morning to the time I went to bed. When I went to the hospital for my induction, the midwife that I met there, she follows me on Instagram, but I couldn't stop crying, and she was just like, you okay? What's the matter? What's wrong? I don't know what happened to me. Like, even now I look back and I'm like, she couldn't even start the induction because I was just crying so much. And I know obviously it was because the labour, not knowing what to expect, but also dealing with the fact, thinking, what went wrong? Why? I don't understand what happened there. I do not know. Like, how she made me feel. I never wanted to do hairdressing. Like, even after I didn't go back to work, I was just like, no, I don't want to go back. We had to cancel clients and I felt so bad, but I just had some time off with the baby. I took my maternity leave at the end because I wasn't ready to even face going back to doing hairdressing. I didn't want to look at a tint brush, didn't want to look at a colour. I've never felt like that about hairdressing, and I absolutely love colouring. I know my work, I love colouring, but I've never been in a position where someone's called me like, you don't know what you're doing, you're this, you're that, and screaming at me to the point where I had to say to her, enough is enough. get out of my house. I think I actually said, get the F out of my house. I just got up from the channel and just get out of my house. And my sister had to close the door and leave. I was crying. My sister had to like let them out. That's the point. I'd never wanted to see hairdressing again. So saying something took place that didn't, it very much did. And yeah, it did. So she then says we had meetings. It was very messy and detrimental on her side. There was a meeting and I was told to remove my post because they said that in that meeting she didn't look very well. She looked very stressed out and upset. And honestly, guys, the last thing I want is anybody to be upset. We have one life. It's a very short trip. We have to be happy, be as happy as we possibly can. And if I'm the cause of anyone being upset, I don't like that. I don't sleep well. It doesn't sit well with me if someone's upset because of me, so I removed it. I told everybody on social media I don't want to talk about it, I don't want to discuss it, as long as she doesn't either. But that wasn't the case. She continued to talk about it. She continued to put my name under, completely, constantly, like, prog at me. And it was just too much to handle. So the meeting was unsuccessful. She then says, you wouldn't believe that any professional person would do such a thing. I tried everything in my power to make her happy. I was belittled. I was spoken to like I was nobody, being sent up and down the stairs to get bigger mirrors while she's outside checking her hair. Called my sister to come over and help me. I tried to talk to her, offered her food, said to her, it's all going to be okay, don't worry. I think the main anxiety coming from her was that she wanted to make sure she got home on time before the upload of her video. Because as that video was uploaded, her and her assistant were just sat there removing comments and stuff and discussing people and comments, and I think that was a big part of the stress as well, and telling me that I now have to waste my day coming here to sit in your house while you fix my hair, when I also wasted my last few days before my baby came, the most special days in a woman's life. So she says she wasn't being afforded the time to be able to sort things out properly, but like we said, she had her hair done at Christmas, loved it, came back, was slightly dark, offered her to come back, wasn't happy after the whole incident, and then messaged me when I was on my due date, telling me that she expected an apology from me. I spoke to her back saying how bad, but let's sit down and talk about this properly, maybe we can resolve things and see a light through the end of the tunnel kind of thing. That didn't happen. She then went on to create a group chat about me, slandering my work, putting people off coming to see me. So there was such better ways to go about this. Like, she could have waited until the baby came. Then I offered her to come back after the baby was due a couple of weeks after, and we can go through everything, talk to each other. She could have waited for me. She knows what I'm capable of. She knows that I'm really good at correcting hair. I corrected her colour at Christmas. She even posted on her social and her YouTube how amazing I was. So she knows I'm capable of doing that. So just give it a chance, you know, like, just let me go through this thing of delivering my baby and, you know, enjoying these few weeks with my baby, and then we're going to fix this. It's okay. But she had there was a better way to go about it than going onto social media slandering me in direct comments about hair breakage, her and her friend. I reached out to her assistant asking if we could speak. So I just feel like they feel entitled because she is this platform on social media, that she feels entitled to be able to speak to someone in my kind of career at a lower level. Sorry guys, the baby was crying and I just need to finish this video. Just feeding him while I finish. So basically, in that meeting, I forgot to mention that she also said in that meeting, it's not my problem that she's pregnant. She shouldn't be working if she's pregnant. But the pressure I had from her to correct her hair it wasn't even a choice for me. Obviously we had a lockdown. I wasn't working for 3 months. I didn't want to work 4 days before I gave birth, but with the situation of what was going on in the world, I had to. And to say it's not my problem that she's pregnant, that was quite, a very strange reply. So basically, that is my side. I hope it hasn't offended anybody. I hope it hasn't come across in any bad light or anything like that. I hope this video has helped to clarify some of the things that are being thrown out there, and I hope it's going to help a lot of people stand their ground, find their strength to be able to speak about these things. I hope I've explained myself okay as well. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say, and yeah, I don't really want to continue talking about this situation. I want to move forward in life and learn from the old situation and hopefully never have anything like this happen again. Take care, guys, and stay safe.